Guys, it's Kara here. Um, just had to put another coat of hair dye in my hair because the first round didn't turn out very well, but I'm going for another round and stuff like that, and just letting it sit for another hour. So here's what it looks like. But yeah, I can't wait for my friends to see it and my buddies to see it, and just really cool. So I'm just watching how it's made while my hair dye is sitting, and really cool stuff. So but yeah, so yep, so hi.
To make one, a guitar maker first carves the neck of the instrument from hardwood. He beads glue around the edges of the neck and applies strips of intricate wooden inlay.
This is what I do.
Once the fretboard design is silkscreened onto the top, the guitar neck is complete. The guitar maker then outlines a design onto aircraft grade aluminum and cuts it out to make an end plate for the guitar frame. He pulls the end plate out of the holding device. Then he welds it to the rest of the framework and polishes everything to a mere finish. Next, the part of the guitar called the steps is machined. The holes in the steps will be used to attach tuning pegs. There's one for every string. The steps are attached to the neck, just above the fretboard. This is the pickup plate. It will hold the device that transfers sound to the amplifier, as well as a series of metal fingers. The fingers are made from several aluminum pieces that are machined and assembled together. The fingers pivot to raise and lower the pitch of the strings. All of the fingers are fitted into the pickup plate and secured with screws. The guitar maker double checks the fingers' movement. Then he hooks springs to the end of each one to maintain the proper tension. A little grease ensures that this next step goes smoothly, the production of the guitar's cross shafts. Then it's onto the guitar's undercarriage, and the system of foot pedals and knee levers that will move the fingers. The guitar maker screws several cross shafts, one for each pedal, into the undercarriage. He attaches bell cranks to the cross shafts, then connects thin steel rods from the fingers to the bell cranks. This system will allow the performer to tighten or relax strings while playing, which gives the instrument its characteristic sound. The guitar maker tests the knee lever. Here, he's winding copper-coated wire around a cartridge thousands of times to make the guitar's pickup, which transfers sound from the guitar to the amplifier. He takes 2 of the wire-bound cartridges and places a magnet between them to complete the pickup. Then, he fits it into the other slot in the pickup plate, just above the fingers. Now, using a gauge and a level, he adjusts the pickup. It has to sit low enough in the slot that it won't interfere with the strings. There's no room for error here. The positioning must be exact, or the guitar won't sound right. Ten to 12 strings are attached to the guitar neck. Some instruments have 2 necks to add even more dimension to the sound. If you have any comments about the show, or if you'd like to suggest topics for future shows, drop us a line at sciencechannel.com/howitsmade.
Today on How It's Made. Turntables. Steam engines. Playground equipment. And non-stick cookware. As the music industry went digital, the turntable seemed destined for the scrap heap. But this analog technology defied predictions and survived. With a sound that's arguably fuller and more natural than compressed digital formats, this retro technology is attracting new fans. In an age when media players are digitized and pocket-sized, the turntable plays on. The use of high-tech composites like carbon fiber puts a modern spin on this technology, bringing the record player into the 21st century. Production starts with a thick square of cast acrylic. The technician drills a hole in the center. It will be a reference point as he transforms this square into the turntable platter. A computerized tool cuts a circle shape out of the square. The disc then spins while another computer-guided tool enlarges the center hole to size it for the platter's main bearing. The next tool precisely cuts the surface of the disc to give it the correct angle. Computerized tools transform this small aluminum disc into the counterweight's main component. The counterweight balances the tone arm to keep the stylus in the groove of an LP. They slope the surface and cut holes for attachments and for installing the part. Finally, they cut a triangle out of the circle. This takes the part to its final shape and weight. From a flat disc to a precisely crafted counterweight. Next, the platform for the tone arm takes shape. It's designed to cradle all the parts at the end of the tone arm, including a cylindrical housing for a spring mechanism, and an egg-shaped housing containing a bearing. A technician now assembles the tone arm, beginning with a tapered tube made of carbon fiber. It's a high-tech composite that's extremely stiff, so there should be no structural weakness in this crucial part. The technician threads a pre-assembled wiring loom through the arm tube. It's special wire for high-frequency transfer. These wires have been encased in copper to keep out ambient radiation that would interfere with the tone arm's operation. The carbon fiber tube also acts as a radiation shield. He mixes epoxy resin that he then dabs around the inner rim of the bearing housing, which has by now been equipped with the bearing. He inserts the tone arm tube into the housing. The tube adheres to the glue-coated rim. But before it totally bonds, the technician scrutinizes the alignment. He makes adjustments if needed, and then he'll clamp the assembly to allow the glue to cure. With the turntable tone arm now upright, he solders the wires that are protruding from the joint to external wiring for the amplifier. And once all the connections have been made, he inserts the wires into the metal joint. Ensconced in this joint, the connections are well protected and can't be pulled apart. He equips the main counterweight component with 2 thick steel beams for balance. He slides the counterweight onto a third beam, which has been installed in the egg-shaped housing. This completes the turntable tone arm. Next, they encase the electric motor in its metal housing. And they build the record deck. They mount the motor to the 2-tiered deck, designed to absorb any vibration. The aluminum subchassis is next. They link it to the motor with the drive belt. Then they give the belt drive system a test spin to confirm that it runs smoothly. They now install the acrylic platter, felt mat, and tone arm. With this turntable now fully assembled, it's time for the vinyl test. The record spins and the stylus traces the grooves. The analog sound fills the room, proving this technology stands the test of time.
In this firehouse, we trust each other, we trust our gear, and I trust my wall shaver for a fast, close shave, and to do my job.
Wall shavers, reliably fast, easy, close. From the brand trusted by professionals everywhere.
Keep you in nugget-free zone, because our fans deserve the very best. We serve chicken strips.
100% white meat chicken tenderloin. That means crispy, juicy,
Yum.
tasty, legit.
Nugget-free is the way to be. The DQ chicken strip basket, now just $4.99.
I adopted Scrappy on a fluke, and he totally has a superpower. Didn't know I was allergic to ibuprofen, and I had fallen asleep. He was totally freaked out, digging and pawing at me, and when I woke up, I realized that I was in anaphylaxis and went to the emergency room. I don't know what I would do if he wasn't there. He's the best boy.
Through the Subaru Share the Love event, we've helped the ASPCA save over 40,000 animals so far. Get a new Subaru and we'll donate $250 more to help those in need.
Put a little love in your heart.
Come a long, long way together.
Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart.
For all that you are, the Forever Mart Tribute Collection. Forever Mart. Beautiful, rare, responsibly sourced.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Liberty Mutual stood with me when this guy got a flat tire in the middle of the night, so he got home safe.
Yeah, my dad says their insurance doesn't have that.
What? You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I would like sushi delivered directly to the face.
Wednesday.
You have a water skier who gets hit in the face by a 2-pound carp and it snaps his neck.
Everything about this method is fishy. That's a 35-mile-per-hour carp to the face.
This is the plan for our carp cannon. Boom! It's just a blur of meat. Here we go! Take good aim! Oh!
All new Mythbusters, Wednesday at 9. Plus, watch it live and catch up on the Science Channel Go app. Wednesday.
Yes.
Kevin and the gang are testing the thermal limits of metals and meats.
So you did it. You were able to cut a hole through metal with bacon.
Street Science is all new. Wednesday at 10 on Science. And watch live on the Science Go app.
The first modern steam engine was invented in England in the early 1700s, helping launch the Industrial Revolution. Today, there's a return to steam power. Due to its different configuration and combustion process, a steam engine produces less pollution than a regular internal combustion engine. This steam engine burns fuel in an external combustion chamber. The resulting heat turns water into pressurized steam that enters the cylinders, pushing pistons, turning a crankshaft that powers the drivetrain. Because this engine doesn't burn fuel inside the cylinders like a traditional car engine, it can run on any type or mixture of fuels with fewer emissions. The circular engine block is made of aluminum. Technicians install studs to hold 6 stainless steel cylinders. Due to the constant exposure to steam, all engine parts are made of rust-proof materials. The technicians insert a piston into each cylinder. The piston is aluminum, with a heat-resistant carbon cap and glider to isolate it from the cylinder wall. They connect the piston rods to the crankshaft in the center with a specially designed component called a spider bearing. This bearing is designed to modify the piston stroke, producing a smoother rotation of the crankshaft and more power to the engine. Unlike a traditional car engine with cylinders arranged in line, these cylinders are in a radial configuration and therefore equidistant from the center. This prevents the engine from warping under high temperatures. They place a counterbalance over their spider bearing to further smooth the motion of the crankshaft. Now, they install a pushrod over each cylinder. It operates a valve which lets steam enter the cylinder and move the piston. They insert the base of each pushrod into a guide ring. Then attach the cylinder heads, each of which houses a steam entry valve. They insert the pushrod into the valve. Then, to complete the engine assembly, they install the cam, which pushes the pushrods as the shaft spins. The factory hooks up every completed engine for a couple of rounds of performance testing. First, a trial run using air pressure to check for leaks and to verify that all components operate correctly. If everything's fine, then they repeat the process with steam pressure. This type of steam engine can power many types of machines, from cars, trucks, and boats, to electric generators as we see here. In a vehicle, it doesn't require a transmission because it produces so much rotational power. Now for the heat exchanger, the component which turns water into engine-powering steam. Technicians use a motorized wheel to wind 20 feet of stainless steel tubing into a coil. They bind the coil with steel thread, putting a stitch in between each tube to create a minute gap. That way, when fuel burns in the combustion chamber, the heat can travel over and in between the tubes, heating the water inside faster and more efficiently than if the heat would contact only the coil's top and bottom surfaces. The result, superheated steam in just 5 seconds. They stack 6 of these coils, one to feed steam to each cylinder. This nest of tubes form the engine's primary heat exchanger. They test it using any number of fuels. Even waste fuels which would otherwise be discarded, such as used motor oil and used vegetable oil from restaurant fryers. Virtually anything that burns will do the job. The fuel combusts at low pressure, not at high pressure as in a gas or diesel engine. That means burning fossil fuels to make steam produces far fewer greenhouse gases. And most hydrocarbons burn off completely within the sealed combustion chamber. You never have to refill or top off the water, because a condenser cools the steam back into water, which then recirculates. Water is not only the working fluid, it also acts as the engine lubricant, so the steam engine doesn't require motor oil. Besides fuel combustion, this modern steam engine can run off other heat sources, such as solar heat and exhaust heat from furnaces or engines.
Tuesday, have experts truly found a city of biblical proportions?
When you find pottery with a name like Goliath on it, you can't help but wonder.
What on earth? All new Tuesday at 9, followed by an all-new Strange Evidence at 10 on Science. and on the Science Go app.
Wendy's Double Stack is back in the 4-for-4 with a quarter pound of fresh, never frozen beef, which means you can get the Double Stack, the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, or Crispy Chicken BLT with 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink, all for just $4. That's the deal so good it can't be beat. Only at Wendy's, but not for long.
Psoriatic arthritis tries to get in my way? Watch me.
I've tried lots of things for my joint pain. Now, watch me.
Think I'd give up showing these guys how it's done? Please.
Real people with active psoriatic arthritis are changing the way they fight. They're moving forward with Cosentyx. It's a different kind of targeted biologic. It's proven to help people find less joint pain and clearer skin. Don't use if you are allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting Cosentyx, you should be checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms of an infection, or if you have received a vaccine or plan to. If you have inflammatory bowel disease, tell your doctor if symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
With less joint pain, watch me.
For less joint pain and clearer skin, ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
How can I help you today?
Yeah, I need to file a claim. My central air stopped working and needs to be replaced.
Oh, sorry, your homeowner's insurance doesn't cover air conditioners.
So what do you cover?
Well, home damage from things like earthquakes, volcanoes, a zombie apocalypse.
Zombie apocalypse.
Covered.
But not my air conditioner.
But his air conditioner would have been covered with a home warranty from American Home Shield. We cover major components of air conditioners and 20 other home systems and appliances, from electrical systems to water heaters and more. Homeowners insurance can cover what might happen.
Zombies are coming!
But award-winning American Home Shield helps cover what will happen.
Now the dryer won't work.
Get an American Home Shield home warranty. For valuable free information, call 1-800-558-1269. Be sure with the Shield. American Home Shield.
Favorite game show is all new. But before the new season, watch past seasons on Discovery Go. All new Cash Cab, Money at 10, part of Mega Week on Discovery.
How would you like sushi delivered directly to the face?
Wednesday.
You have a water skier who gets hit in the face by a 2-pound carp and it snaps his neck.
Everything about this myth is fishy. That's a 35-mile-per-hour carp to the face.
This is the plan for our carp cannon. Boom! It's just a blur of meat. Here we go! Take good aim!
All new Mythbusters, Wednesday at 9. Plus, watch it live and catch up on the Science Channel Go app.
There was a time when the playground equipment in the local park or schoolyard was pretty basic stuff. A set of swings, a slide, maybe a seesaw or two. Today's playground equipment is far more varied, imaginative, and colorful, designed to stimulate children's minds as well as exercise their bodies. Slide down, climb on, wriggle through. There's no end to how kids can frolic on modular play structures, or on this bubble belly dinosaur. To make the dinosaur's neck and legs, an automated bandsaw cuts long steel tubes to specific lengths. The tube for the neck is 5.5 feet long. Workers curve it in a bending press. A level helps them get it just right. Next, they weld on 2 steel plates. These will support plastic seats on which kiddies can sit. Workers also weld on bars for attaching the neck to the body. They weld anchoring tabs and supporting bars to the 4 steel tube legs. Workers sandblast the legs and neck with stainless steel grit. The sandblasting gun shoots the grit at a speed of 435 miles an hour. This roughens the surface, enabling paint to better adhere. After applying an undercoat of gray primer, workers spray on a coat of plastic-based paint. The paint is then baked on, which maximizes its durability. Meanwhile, a computer-guided engraving machine carves an educational design into a panel made of triple-layered polyethylene plastic. Panels like this block the open sides of playground equipment, preventing children from falling through. To construct the dinosaur's bubble-shaped body, workers bolt together two half-spheres made of molded polyethylene plastic. They position the bubble body on the legs.
Whoa.
Then bolt them together from the inside. They bolt the neck to the body. The neck has since been outfitted with plastic seats and the dino's plastic head. They finish off the dinosaur with a metal label bearing product information. This factory produces several components for its modular play structures, such as a climbing net made of galvanized steel cable. The hard cable is padded in polyurethane. Workers use hydraulic scissors to cut the required lengths of cable. Then a cable stripper to slice off a little more than an inch of polyurethane from the ends of certain cables. Workers then cap each exposed end with a sleeved aluminum ring. They crimp the sleeve with a 44-ton press. The rings will be bolted to the play structure's frame and anchoring system. Finally, workers assemble the cables into a grid, locking each intersection with a plastic connector. To ensure they won't rust from exposure to the elements, the connector's central screw and corner rivets are made of stainless steel. On the modular play structure, the children walk on a platform. It's constructed from thick steel sheets, perforated by a robotic laser cutter. After bending the sheet in a press to the required shape, this is the corner section of the platform, workers heat it in an oven. Then submerge it in a vat of polyvinyl, which instantly adheres to the hot metal. They build up a good coat, about 1/10 of an inch thick. Then let the excess drip off. They blast the entire piece with an air gun. This clears the holes and produces a textured anti-slip surface. Since playground equipment remains outdoors, all the paints and plastics are UV treated to resist fading. Besides being durable, the equipment is designed to meet all required safety standards so that parents can have peace of mind while their children have fun.
Season 1 of Street Science was so sweet, you just want to watch it over and over again. Now you can, for free on the Science Go app. And get yourself ready for the fresh sweetness of Season 2, starting Wednesday, November 15th at 10 on Science. You're just tomorrow.
Ah, Cachino.
With Liquid Plumber's power to destroy the toughest clogs, there's a plumber in all of us.
Hi, so I just got off the phone with our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness. So the incredibly minor accident that I had tonight. 4 weeks without the car. Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Wrap up the savings at your locally owned True Value. DeWalt Drill and Impact Combo Kit, $149. Milwaukee M12 Combo Kit, $99.99. 200 count LED light sets, $12.99. Behind every project is a True Value.
If your work pants don't work, get Fire Hose Work Pants. The toughest stuff on 2 legs. Only at Duluth stores and DuluthTrading.com.
Dogs have evolved, but their nutritional needs remain instinctual. That's why there's Purina One True Instinct. Nutrient-dense, protein-rich, real meat #1. This is a different breed of natural nutrition. Purina One True Instinct.
I was wondering
The wheels on the bus go up and down, up and down. Up and down, the wheels on the bus go up and down, all through the town. The wipers on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The wipers on the bus go up and down, all through the town. The kids on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The kids on the bus go up and down, all through the town.
Tuesday, have experts truly found a city of biblical proportions?
When you find pottery with a name
The chickens on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down.
And on the Science Go app.
The chickens on the bus go up and down, all through the town.
Food just slides off non-stick cookware's remarkably slippery surface.
The bus driver on the bus goes up and down, up and down, up and down. The bus driver on the bus goes up and down, all through the town.
When it's time to fry,
The grandma on the bus goes up and down.
The non-stick coating is one of the slipperiest solid materials on Earth. Called polytetrafluoroethylene, the name is a bit of a mouthful,
Up and
but the
down.
appeal is simple. Food won't get stuck on this non-stick surface. To make the aluminum pan, they use
The
70%
grandma
raw
on the
material
bus goes
and
up
30%
and
leftovers
down.
from prior production of pots and pans. They
The
fire it to a molten state and filter it to remove contaminants. The liquid aluminum flows into vertical rectangular molds. A jacket of water around the molds cools the aluminum to take it from a liquid to a solid.
The grandpa on the bus goes up and down, up and down,
To soften the slabs,
up and
this will
down.
allow the metal to be shaped and formed.
The
A saw
grandpa on
slices
the
the
bus
slabs in
goes
two
up
and trims
and
the
down,
ends.
all
More
through
blades
the
scrape the top and
town.
bottom to remove impurities. A conveyor repeatedly feeds the shorter slabs to heated rollers. Guides at the side maintain the width, while the rollers compress the aluminum, taking the thickness down to about 2/10 of an inch. The rolling also elongates the slab substantially. It starts out at 6.5 feet long, and after a few minutes of rolling, it's been stretched to well over 100 yards. Pizza cutter style blades trim the edges of the aluminum sheet. Another roller winds the aluminum into a big coil.
The ants on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The ants on the bus go up and down, all
This
through
powerful
the
press
town.
forces the metal around a frying pan-shaped die, and then punches out the shape. The freshly formed aluminum frying pan falls onto a conveyor below. The leftover aluminum will be used to make new frying pans. The pans now ride a conveyor through a washing station, where they're cleaned and then treated with sodium hydroxide. This opens the pores of the metal to allow an enamel coating to stick to the outside, and the non-stick finish to adhere to the inside. A worker inspects the pans and places them upside down on spray fixtures. It's a tight fit to shield the inside from the enamel spray that comes next. The pans spin on the fixtures and twirl by the spray nozzles for an even application of enamel to the exterior of the pans. A clear glossy coat follows. The frying pans transfer to a dryer conveyor. The hot air pulls out water from the enamel coating, and the color goes from gray to chalky white.
The windows on the bus go
An
up
automated
and
squeegee
down,
silkscreens the
up
company's
and
name and
down,
other information
up
onto the pan
and down.
bottoms.
The windows on the bus go up
They
and
now
down,
enter a long curing
all
oven heated to
through the
1040 degrees Fahrenheit. The cure toughens the enamel, deepens the color so it turns gray again, and it adds gloss. A such thing device picks up the pan and turns it around for the inside coatings. A sprayer applies a special
The
primer
shoes
that will
on the
make
bus
non-stick
goes
coating
up
adhere
and
to the
down,
pan.
up
It then
and
applies
down,
the non-stick coating.
up and
pans
down. The
receive 2
shoes on
layers
the
of
bus
this
goes
non-stick
up
synthetic
and down,
substance. The
all
suctioning
through
device
the
releases the
town.
pan, and it lands upside down. Then the pans journey through the oven again, to cure the non-stick finish at around 800 degrees Fahrenheit. On exit, water rains down to cool the pans and rinse off any contaminants. Then they go through an infrared light chamber to dry off. From a plain shell to a pan with an enamel finish on the outside and a non-stick coating on the inside, the transformation has taken just 1 hour. A worker now aims a laser and aligns it with lettering on the bottom, allowing him to punch holes in a precise location on the side of the pan. He slides pins into the holes and slots them through holes in the handle fitting. Using a ram, he flattens the pins to rivet the handle to the pan. Now, no matter what's cooking, cleanup should go smoothly. If you have any comments about the show, or if you'd like to suggest topics for future shows, drop us a line at sciencechannel.com/howitsmade. Today on How It's Made, macaroons. Pine needle baskets. And micrometers.
What? Yeah, I did.
Meringue cookies with a flavored filling. Macaroons were first produced in the 8th century in Venetian monasteries. In 1533, the recipe came to France with the pastry chefs brought by the Italian noblewoman who arrived to marry the king.
The hairs on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The hairs on the bus goes up and down, all through the town.
To prepare what's known as Italian meringue for the shells, the bakers combine sugar and water.
The cookies on the bus goes up and down, up and down, up and down. The cookies on the bus goes up and down, all through the
In a
town.
mixing bowl, the bakers combine egg whites with dehydrated
The eggs
egg
on the
whites.
bus goes up and down, up and down, up and down. The eggs on the bus goes up and down, all through the town.
When there's less moisture, it's easier to control the baking. Workers
The
mix
grandma
egg
on the
whites for
bus
about 8
goes
to 10
up
minutes to
and
make an
down,
emulsion. Then add the
up
boiling
and
water
down,
and sugar.
up and down. The grandma on the bus goes up and
The
down,
combination
all
mixes until the
through the
temperature drops to
town.
104 degrees Fahrenheit. No thermometer is necessary. Bakers can tell by the stiff texture of what is now meringue. The next step is to flavor and color the meringue. Workers weigh very precise quantities of almond powder.
The footballs on the bus goes up and
Ice and
down,
sugar.
up and down, up and down. The footballs on the bus
Transfer
goes
these
up
ingredients
and
to the
down,
mixer
all through the town.
and blend them thoroughly. The baker adds the blended almond
Muscle Man
powder and
Mr.
icing
Jean
sugar to a
goes
mixture
up
of egg
and
whites,
down,
and in
up
this case,
and
red
down,
food coloring.
up and
Because
down.
these will be
Muscle Man
raspberry
Mr. Jean
macaroons.
goes up and down, all
Resume
through the
mixing for another
town.
2 or 3 minutes until everything
The
is
silly
thoroughly
boy
blended.
goes up and down,
Then the
up
baker adds
and
this
down,
mixture to the
up
meringue
and
to
down.
color
Brandon
and flavor it.
Chavez on the bus goes up and down,
5 more minutes of
all
blending
through
and the
the
meringue
town.
is ready. It's time to form the meringue shells. A worker pours the meringue into the feed pad
Cookie
of the
Monster
depositor.
goes up on the bus,
The
goes up
depositor
and
dispenses
down,
5 gram
up
fists of
and
meringue.
down, Up and down, Cookie Monster on the bus goes up and down, all through the town.
Measures each disc to make sure it's between 1.69 and 1.77 inches
The
in
weirdos on the bus goes up and down, up and down, up and down. The weirdos on the bus goes up and down, all through the town.
Evaporating the moisture prevents the top of the discs from rising as they bake in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes at 249 degrees Fahrenheit.
The bunny rabbit on the bus goes up and down, up and down, up and down. The bunny rabbit on the bus goes up and down, all through the town.
Bakers prepare the filling, mixing chocolate with piping hot 35% cream. As the chocolate melts, they blend the ingredients thoroughly. Then,
alright guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, it's Kira here, reporting live from Murray, Utah. This is what my hair looks like now. It looks awesome and so cool.
When it comes to holiday shopping, my wife loves style.
Anyway,
my son is all about technology, and my daughter, she just loves horses.
Yeah, this is what it looks like now. It looks like a strawberry, but yeah, so I transformed from blue to red. Hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys have a great night. Bye guys. Talk to you later.